Single-gender charter schools appear to be allowed in most states. Many tout anecdotal support for the viability of single-gender charter schools, but there is very little empirical evidence to support their viability. If you choose a single-gender charter school model, you should do your research. Some models focus on all-male or all-female charter schools. Others focus on separating students by gender within the school by having single-gender classrooms. As charter school board members, charter school administrators, or charter school planners, you should recognize the major obstacles that single-gender schools and single-gender classrooms face. The United States did not grant women the right to vote until late in the nation's history, and only after significant protest and demand for women's right to vote. The objective reality is that our nation has a significant history of discrimination based upon gender. Gender issues have taken a more prominent role in the consciousness of the nation in recent years. Each year, it is reported that there are about 10,000 children born in the United States that are gender ambiguous. The attending obstetrician is not able to objectively or anatomically determine the gender of newborn children. Increasingly, we hear of reveal parties and controversy surrounding use of public restrooms and so forth. There is a proliferation of litigation surrounding gender issues. In the past, people that were born gender ambiguous hid in the shadows and often suffered humiliation over something beyond their control. That trend has begun to change. Single-gender private schools have a long history and were very popular in the 1950s, 1960s, and 1970s. Increasingly, public school systems have navigated away from single-gender schools. In the charter school environment, many charter school applications for single-gender schools are rejected because the organizers are not able to provide sufficient justification for operating a single-gender charter school. Our role here is not to advocate for or against single-gender charter schools, but to stimulate discussion to help you prepare and make your own decision regarding single-gender charter schools. Classical arguments for single-gender schools is that students learn clear gender roles and are not distracted from their education by the opposite sex. Opponents of single-gender schools ask whether it is the role of the government through public funding of schools to make a determination as to what constitutes clear gender roles. Charter school leaders should carefully investigate the viability of single-gender charter schools and make your decision based upon facts and information.